When creating in any way, I am always hyper aware of the meaning behind every decision I make. Mainly, there must be one. Many of these tiny choices will probably go unnoticed by most viewers. Yet, when these details are noticed, how important is it that their meaning or purpose be translated to the viewer? As I consider this question, I must consider the visual output of what I am creating. Graphic design is used often to bring clarity. This could be individual clarity on any subject. The more I start to explore the design world, the more I see design portrayed in an abstract way. At a first thought, this sounds completely contradictory to me. Is design not meant to clarify, to bring order and organization? Emojis are an example of a visual language created to translate meaning. Emojis can be used to get a simple message across, such as, this universally known hand sign symbolizes okay or perfect. Other emojis are able to translate even deeper, more complex ideas that can symbolize anger, pouting, a red face. In the case of these emojis, the imagery is very literal. There is a picture of a face that appears red and angry. What happens when these clear images start to become more abstracted? As images are abstracted, does this shrink the size of the audience that can make sense of it? If design becomes abstracted enough, does it lose its meaning altogether, in turn taking away the graphic design title? In contrast, does the vagueness of the design allow for even more room for interpretation, in turn increasing the audience? Unlike emojis, I find glyphs to be much more vague. Yes, they originated from the Latin alphabet, but the meaning of most of these symbols are not commonly known, like our alphabet is. These shapes have meaning, yet they are often purely used as decoration. This makes me consider what really is a glyph. Icons are another form of design language that I have been considering in relation to this idea of abstraction. Icons are a symbol, shape, or image that by definition stand for something else. The role of this icon is to express a larger or complex idea with one simple glance. If an icon is not easily recognizable by the masses, is it even doing its job? Once design is abstracted in this way, how can we distinguish between design and fine art? And does it matter if we do? On the surface, a metaphor would appear very straightforward. The use of one thing to describe another. We see in art and design metaphors on a large, deeper scale, some straightforward while others deep with layers of meaning. From the many forms of metaphors we could find and dissect, I find my interest currently lies in visual metaphors. Is every piece of art a metaphor for the artist? I think it's wonderful to think that every time we view an artist's work, we see a peek into their brain, a small window into their thoughts, feelings, colors, energies, whatever it may be that we can draw from this piece. From that train of thought, how can we see every piece of art as an abstracted metaphor of another view? Metaphors could really be considered an art on their own. Do art and metaphors not have the similar goal? When broken down simply, aren't both metaphors and art trying to describe and explain or show in a unique way? Dance is often at the forefront of my mind when thinking of metaphor. I enjoy watching the ballet as a viewer. Ballet is full of metaphors through the costumes, scenery, choreography. I am often not familiar with the story of the show, yet it is still enjoyable for me. The more and more the storyline is abstracted, the less I connect with the story and the more I connect with the show as an abstract experience. Is that necessarily a bad thing? Is the overall effect of the show enough to override the lack of understanding? Is all form of abstraction a type of art?